The end goal is to have a baseline.
But it could also assist people in developing policy, and not necessarily only government policy, but also in residential facilities or in community-based settings.
To generate interventions to better the quality of life of older people and younger people.
So this project gave us the opportunity to really get our hands dirty, see how it works. They learned in the process, not only about the academics, but also about themselves and about resilience and about the people in the community.
Optentia at the Northwest University recently hosted a book launch event. The event, held in Funnabell Park, was attended by a number of researchers and academic colleagues and was also live-streamed to online attendees. The new open-source book is titled Age-Inclusive ICT, Innovation for Service Delivery in South Africa, a Developing Country Perspective. It is the culmination of extensive research done by the We Deliver group within Optentia. The project was headed by Optentia's own Professor Vera Ruiz and Professor Jaco Hoffman.
We decided that so much money is being spent on the research, and actually very few people get access to it if it's not open access. So it was quite a big priority for us to make it open access and to make sure that people can get the information without any hassle.
The book presents the first systematic, co-created account of the process to develop and implement an information and communication technology solution, with the aim to provide people of all ages with access to information relevant to their tangible and intangible care needs in the context of South Africa. Worldwide, it is anticipated that the care needs of older growing populations will outstrip available resources. Sub-Saharan Africa lacks long-term care systems, and technology could play a crucial role in supporting families, communities, and government in care management.
This book project has what we call an e-directive system that was invented by the researchers called Yabelana, which is a Nguni term for sharing.
Fieldwork for the project was done as far afield as Mahikeng in the Northwest Province and looked specifically at Yabelana, a reusable open-source application ecosystem comprising a website, a mobile app, and a USSD code, and how this was utilized by communities.
So what we have found is that older individuals have significant access to cell phones in these multi-generational, multi-locational households. And it's also interesting that they mainly use the cell phone's functions, the basic functions, but to make and maintain contact. That is most important for the older individuals across all three contexts.
So my students who were involved were honest students, and often on the honest level you are not really skilled enough to do your own extensive research, and you don't get to be involved in this type of thing. So this project gave us the opportunity to really get our hands dirty, see how it works in the community. Not only did they see research happen, but it also gave them that opportunity to see how research and community and academia, all of that merges, and the potential of that. So I really think that it made a huge difference, and the feedback from them as well, that they learned in the process, not only about the academics, but also about themselves and about resilience and about the people in the community.
Actually being on the ground and not just reading about the book, but participating in getting the research and seeing how everything was formulated from the beginning until now, which is so awesome. It was an honor to be part of the experience.
At the onset of the project, the researchers had very specific goals in mind.
I guess on the one level, to set out the process. So the bottom-up process. And then, of course, we try to understand the workings of older people and ICT, that interface, so that we can actually get to the real work to do an intervention.
But it could also assist people in developing policy, and not necessarily only government policy, but also in residential facilities or in community-based settings. So on all levels, I think it's a good baseline for doing research. It's then obviously for the practitioners and then for policy.
I hope people really get interested in the whole issue of intergenerationality. So because the focus, whenever older people are discussed in relation to ICTs, is usually the digital divide. I hope that we could look at it as a digital dividend.
To the researchers, the process, as well as the interaction with multidisciplinary colleagues based at all 3 Northwest University campuses, was a highly satisfactory aspect of the project.
It really impacted me as an academic and a researcher, getting exposed to experts in different fields.
To work over the 3 campuses, to work with wonderful colleagues across disciplines, to work with academics, to work with project managers, to work with statisticians.
We can't only just stay in our own field, so I think it's important. I also have a background in different fields, so it worked well for me. So I learned from different people, and I think that was a good basis for my future.